Hey, are you tired of your favorite franchises being turned into slop? Are you tired of hearing people say that you just have to accept that this is how it is? Turns out that it doesn't have to be that way, and I have an example to show you. Here it is, and holy shit, he's black. Hello everybody, this is Enclave Emily. At the time of recording this video, I watched the Sonic 3 movie in theaters. Sonic is a franchise that for a while was in the very same situation that the namesake of this channel was in, or the franchise that this namesake belongs to was in. Boring shit, unimaginative shit, repetitive shit, it was all over the place. Stinking up the room so much, it attracted Ace Thorn's bedroom cockroaches. But the Sonic franchise was saved over the course of a couple of years by adapting it to modern audiences while still remaining faithful to the fans without bastardizing it. Putting out banger game after banger game after banger game that was a reflection of what the fans wanted. And when I say the fans, I don't mean those people that came in and tried to say what the franchise was like. No, I mean the fans that could play entireties of levels from all of the games while blindfolded and mutilated in one hand. The result of catering to fans first and other audiences second. Banger movie that took the internet by storm. Banger game that was one of the best-selling, if not the best-selling in the entire franchise. Another banger movie that took the internet by storm. A niche, enjoyable little thing that was on the side. You know, we need some of those. Another banger game that even critics of the franchise like to admit that is actually very fucking good. And another banger movie that's currently one of the highest grossing ones of the genre. That's BTFOing Disney's fucking Mufasa on a budget to profit ratio. Catering to both the fans and the new fans, the modern audience, if you will, while remaining true to itself and not becoming, well, you know, this. How was this achieved, you might be asking? How the hell is it that this Sonic franchise that should have died 3 times managed to remain true to itself and to the people who kept it alive for years, while also becoming very popular with the wider audience? And how the hell is this not the case for Fallout? How the hell did Sonic manage to remain popular and gain even more popularity while remaining true to itself, while Fallout had to become... I'll tell you how it happened. Well, for one, this asshole isn't involved in the former, so take him out back behind the shed with a pipe rifle. After 3 cleans and 6 bullets later, you've now done enough damage to actually get rid of him, so now, let's actually get to the, you know, the meat and potatoes of this little discussion, shall we? I'm gonna give you a tutorial. This is gonna be a real trollage incident right here. Step 1, lore accuracy. Don't ask me how this happened, really don't, but somehow Sonic the Hedgehog has more lore accuracy and consistency than the fucking franchise built on writing. Because God knows you're not going back to play Fallout 2 for the intricate gameplay and the combat and shit. It would be unreasonable to expect the wider audience to know the lore of the games if it's their first introduction to this franchise. Of course, the wider audience isn't gonna know about the disaster on the Space Colony arc from the Shadow 2005 game and even Sonic Adventure 2. So the thing you're gonna do first is you're going to take the lore of the games that the fans recognize and you're going to retell it in a way that the wider audience can understand from start to finish. This is how these characters got here, this is their thought process, these were the events, this was the conclusion. And while not exactly the same as the games, it's basically the same as the games. Shadow, Maria, and Gerald Robotnik weren't actually 3 loners in the Space Colony arc doing experiments and shit to find the ultimate life form and produce the ultimate life form and the cure for Maria, spoiler alert. No, it was actually a secret government facility that was investigating this mysterious being that came from space, which is also true to Shadow's origins. The disaster on the Space Colony arc wasn't gun boarding the fucking place and cleaning up place. No, it was a catastrophic incident that led the government to try to purge the spot, to contain the colossal fuck-up that took place there, and no, I'm not spoiling you. That's what you gotta do. You have to remain true to the games while being mindful of the fact that some people won't know the lore about the thing. Not reinvent who characters, factions, groups, and shit are from the ground up and pretend that this is how they always were. Looking at you, Brotherhood of Steel. Step 2, mind the pace. If a franchise is known for its speed and quick succession of events, then the adaptation should reflect that. A lot of the things that happen in Sonic games happen in very quick succession, because you gotta keep moving in order to save the day, and the soundtrack should very much reflect that. Fallout is a franchise that was very slow. The games were very, very slow. Everything that happened had very big impact. You could see the fallout of your actions very quickly, and the things that happened for a reason. Chicken fucker teleporting to the other side of Los Angeles City to fix the foot of a guy using magical ghoul juice, who is willing to pay him in the rarest commodity in the wasteland, that being a fusion core, isn't exactly, you know, it isn't exactly reflective of how things used to go. So by being true to how the games are, you get more people interested in the games, and you manage to make an enjoyable experience for both the wider audience and the people who have been around for 10-20 years. Step 3, your characters should behave consistently. Even though the voice actor for Sonic in the movies is different from that of the games, please just bring back the old ones from Sonic Heroes and the adventure games. Please just bring him back. And even though the situation is different, I never looked at a Sonic movie of the 3 which I have watched and thought to myself, oh, that's not Sonic. I have never looked at any of the Sonic movies and thought, oh, god damn it. Why do they have to do this? Why do they have to keep putting these fuckers in my entertainment? These fucking anthropomorphic hedgehogs. What, you thought I was gonna say something else? No, I'm just complaining about the fact that nowadays modern audiences seem to want us to, you know, have anthropomorphic hedgehogs in it. What, you thought I was gonna say something else? Man, your brain's rotted by the internet. Anyway, the character...
Ugly bitches. Oh my god.
Should feel like actual characters and not just lists on a fucking piece of paper that you're checking. They should be both recognizable and substantial to the new people and the old fans alike. Don't change who they are in your attempt to appear deep or whatever, because if you're doing that, you're effectively dating the fuck out of everything you write. You think anybody's gonna look back in 10 years at the Fallout show and think, oh yeah, these are expertly written characters? No, they're gonna look at that and say, why the fuck did people like this? Make something enjoyable, not just somewhat entertaining. Don't change just because you feel like you have to appease these new people. Which leads us to step 4, you know, step 4 and the moral of the story. And that moral of the story is this very simple concept of gatekeeping fucking works. How the hell is this a controversial thing to even say? Video games are like countries. You let too many foreigners in and it changes. Like Arctic bears in a penguin's nest. The franchise, regardless of what that franchise was, became what it was because of what it was. You did not become a fan of Fallout because it was like Legend of Zelda. And you did not become a fan of Sonic because it was like Pokemon. You did not become a fan of Halo because it was like Sex and the City. No, you became a fan of Halo because it was fucking Halo and it was true to itself and it was consistent with itself and had its own story to tell. Changing it to appeal to other audiences who weren't interested in what it was simply means that what made it the thing that it was is going to disappear. Changing Fallout into another wacky fucking story with commentary in line of hashtag that's so deep bro may, just maybe, not exactly be what people were attracted to Fallout in the first place for. Master Chief crying may or may not have been exactly what people were attracted to Halo for. Making yourself and your franchise appeal to people who wanted to become that isn't going to do you any fucking favors in the long run. Even if you somehow manage to pull a game award out of your ass, lubricated with money behind the curtains, it's not gonna do you any fucking favors in the long run. You're just digging a deeper hole and eventually something's gonna have to fill that hole up. The Sonic community, despite its attitude and its general friendliness, has been fucking autistic in gatekeeping, and it is a sight to behold. Sonic changes behavior ever so slightly, that's not Sonic. The music changes a bit, you know, that might be okay, but that's not Sonic. Actually, Sonic is non-binary. You get the point. Gatekeeping is a fucking good thing because it helps entertainment, or whatever the hell it is, remain true to itself and be what attracted people to it in the first place. Sure, it might not be the most popular thing in the world, but eventually it does pay off, and even if it isn't the most popular, it just has to be popular enough. So do like what your home country should be doing and keep the tourists away. Even if it doesn't fill up your pockets immediately, it will eventually pay off in its own form. The latest Sonic game, Shadow Generations, and the Sonic movie 3, or actually all the Sonic movies, have my seal of approval if you're looking to buy them or go see the movies. Thank you guys for watching, thank you guys for rating, click the like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell, and I'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.